This video is to supplement the part of the course that deals with the anatomy of a web page. This is how web pages are created. As far as I'm concerned, it's important to understand how the codes work, how the tags work, and when you have to edit even a website or a web page using Dreamweaver or Composer or any other web editing software. Get rid of this. Take a look at this. A web page is basically a file. The file is written in what we call HTML. HTML is short for Hypertext Markup Language. So hypertext markup language looks like this. Every web page starts with HTML. The browser will read that and know that it's an HTML file. Hypertext markup language. Keep that in mind. I'm putting it in the quiz. HTML is the last tag as well. So /HTML, that's your closing tag, that's your open tag. So every web page has this. You can always take a look. If you look at View Source in Internet Explorer or Chrome or Firefox or what have you. Now, at the top of a web page, you would see the title bar of the browser, and you'll also get some text, oftentimes telling you what the page is about. So, that information goes in what we call the heading. And so we'll open up a heading tag and close it as well. And anything we want appearing in the heading will appear between these two spots. But that information that is in the title of your browser will show up here between the title tag. So we'll call this my first web page, and we'll close the title. I'm typing it in an uppercase. It doesn't really matter, uppercase, lowercase for the headings, or for the tags I mean. I'm also using a large font here just so you can actually see the page. So what I've got going on here is I kind of have a web page going on. So this stuff here would go up in the heading. That's the title, and I'll put some more stuff here later. And every web page has what we call the body. So the body of the web page is what you actually see in your browser. That's the body. And the last tag within body is, of course, the close body tag with the slash. So everything that I type in here, and it doesn't matter what font I use, what color I use, it's just going to appear plain. So check it out. I'm going to type in hello, I must be going. I'm going to hit enter a couple times just to show you that there will be a mistake here. Where are you going? So in a word processor I hit enter and it goes down a couple lines, but check out what will happen here. I'm going to save my notepad file as an HTML file. So right now it's trying to save it as a text document, right? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a place on my, I'll just put it here on my, create a new folder here. Keep it here. Web page. Okay. That's just a folder for me. Oops. I guess my drive must be full. I'll just save it somewhere else here. Web page. So I'll save it in here. And I'm going to give this file a name. The first web page that you create should always be named either index.htm or HTML. So that's index, home, h.htm or HTML, or default.htm or HTML. Browsers look for one of those three files, either of those three files. I'm just going to call it index because that's what we'll use here for the course, and I'll call it index.html. It is a text document, but this is the end tag here, the extension. So now that I have this here, what I can do is I know where I saved it. I saved it on my H drive, which is my portable drive here. I'm going to open up my browser. I'll pick Internet Explorer. And is my page live right now? No, it's not. It's on my portable drive. It's not on the internet yet, nor is it going to be anytime soon. But what I can do is I can take a look at it. I can go File, Open. I'll browse for it. That was on my H drive, so in your case probably on your W drive or your T drive, depending on how your school is set up. I'll open up that HTML file because that's what the browser looks for. Okay, and here's what it looks like. So I don't want to make my default here. Hello, I must be going. Where are you going? Remember those two enters that I typed in? They didn't appear here. So I'm going to have to use tags to make it go down here. Also, I mentioned that it didn't matter what font I used, what color I used. Very plain. And this is what I typed here in the title area. If you remember, I'm just going to go back to it. My first web page was in between title. Here it is here as the title of the tab. Depending on how you have your web browser set up, it might be in the title bar itself. So we have a very simple web page here. I'm going to end the video and continue with part 2. Just kind of give you a chance here to take a look at this.